Today I'm going to talk about why, as humans, we're really interested in true crime stories, like why there are so many books and TV shows and movies about serial killers and kidnappers. The first reason is research. According to a study published in 2010, women are generally more interested in true crime stories than men. Even though men are statistically more likely to be victims of a crime, when we see serial killer stories in media, the victim is usually female, so us women feel more vulnerable to it, so we want to study it and learn it. Jenna Friedman, comedian, says, to be fair, us women don't technically watch true crime. We study it to make sure we don't end up on it. And Krista Jordan, clinical psychologist, says that our human brain loves predicting. We love coming up with different scenarios and strategies, so if we end up on a situation like that, we are more likely to survive. The second reason is comfort. Experts say watching true crime is oddly comforting to us. It's a way of reassuring ourselves that this could never happen to us. Michael Evans says, you separate yourself from the victim, like saying, I will never be naive enough to marry someone who's been living a double life as a serial killer. Unfortunately, I believe this way of thinking is how we get to blaming the victim. The just world theory can add a bit of context here. It's the theory that us people want to believe that our world is safe and just, where only good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. The third reason is cheating death. Some true crime stories make it harder for us to distance ourselves from the victim. Like we see students walking home from school and they get kidnapped. And having done that a million times, that could have easily been us. So there is this feeling of escaping death. Richard Lettieri, a psychoanalyst, says, by consuming a true crime story where you are not the victim but could have been, humans can feel like they've dodged the bullet. The fourth reason is curiosity. Us human beings are genuinely curious about things, whether it's about our neighbor, our friends, our colleagues, anyone. And we're generally more interested if they're criminals. Krista Jordan says, the human brain seeks novelty. The more unusual the situation is, the more people are going to be talking about it. And the fifth and final reason is playing detective. We often go into a true crime story knowing who did it and whether the criminal was arrested, but sometimes we don't know these answers, and the quest for these answers are why the genre is so appealing to us. Young Lee says, he is a sociology professor, movies like Serial and shows like The Jinx empower the audience in some way. Even if it's not really empowering, but they give the illusion of empowerment because people at home are in this position where they feel like they can help crack the case and are an active part of the investigation. Thank you for listening.